Anybody else believes that this thing ain't already over? It's done. It is completed. It is done. And that's that. Period. Facts. Wherever you want to word it. It's over. It's over, man. This thing is completely done. Nick Cannon released his newest diss record on Eminem today. Don't forget to hit the like button coming through the door, people. Don't forget to hit the like button coming through the door. The song is titled Canceled Invitation. Nick Cannon like I told you, he got all the information. I gave him everything. I gave Nick everything. And he didn't even use it all. Thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. So on this venomous rap record, released by Nick Cannon, where he just destroys Eminem completely. He put Eminem in a box Eminem can't get out of. It's called Canceled Invitation. See, Nick didn't know all these things about Eminem, even though he was that close to it. Been in a battle and a beef with this guy for this time, and he didn't knew none of this information until I gave it to him. Now, when Isham commented under Eminem's quotes and said, "What about the racist tapes, Em?" And I sent that to him, and I sent him the actual records to Nick and said, this is what got Benzino shut down at the Source, because he bought the record. You didn't know Eminem made these racist tapes using the N-word and calling black women the B-word? Sent that to him. Because I'm like, they silenced it back in those days. There was no internet. Now that there's internet, you get to hear that song. This is the third diss record. The first one was The Invitation. The second one was Pray For Him. This one says The Invitation is canceled because he just found out about this tape. So the whole diss song is basically about Eminem being very disrespectful and calling black women the B word and enhancing white women and saying white women are good, black women are bad. That's not good for Eminem. Well, Nick went back to the beginning, that he's been making fun of Nick for years. So now that Nick is coming at him, everybody wants to stick up for him and try to cover for him. So he basically saying, Eminem, now you canceled. And he uses Eminem's own words on that record as the hook. Genius. I was bobbing my head to it. Black girls are dumb. I'm like, oh man, he got me bobbing to this. And they was like, tell him again, M. I'm like, oh man, it's over. Didn't I tell you the person that you gotta beware of when I told y'all the best diss rappers in the game? And I said Will Smith, and you guys laughed at me. And I said, you know why you guys are laughing? Because you don't know. A comedian and somebody who's funny will beat hardcore any day of the week. If you can make someone laugh at the other person, they lost. And you joked. And you guys said, I said, look, Nick can win. And I told you that when I did the Truth Behind the Beef years ago. And I said, if they would have battled him, Nick could beat him. Nick had songs ready for him. Nick could win this. Because just like Nick just found out about the song, as I informed him and everybody in the crew, though there are people in the world who still don't know Eminem made those records. That's just one of them. The rest of them we never heard. Can you imagine what the other ones were? So now, see, MGK did one song and sat back. Nick didn't drop 3 in a week. Eminem was tweeting. Now he ain't doing nothing no more. Now your invitation is canceled. Got a weird beard, no hoes. People talk, you know. People talk, you know. And Nick got more in the tank. He's already proved the point. I told you, everything I know, Nick knows now. I've given him everything. I said, there you go. Use it all at your discretion. So the way he's selecting to do it, I already know he got more in the vault because I put stuff in the vault. So I know what's in there. So I'm like, I'm telling you, it's coming. M should beware of what's in the vault. I think M knows what's in the vault and don't want that coming out. Like I said, he better get Paul and Jimmy on the phone and say, look, I want him snatched off America's Got Talent. Nick gonna be on the show in the doggone costume singing. On that doggone Masked Singer. He gonna be on the Masked Singer next. They gonna have Nick out there. They gonna be, Nick, I thought you was a host on the show. Oh no, somebody made some calls. When you the executive producer, I was. Now I'm the doggone Masked Singer. Nick gonna win, but they might Kaepernick him. So he gonna have to be careful. See, that's the thing. Nick got the power to win. That's why I told you guys. When y'all laughed at me when I said I could beat Eminem in a battle, I'm like, if I battled Eminem, I'll beat him with one verse. He wouldn't be able to respond. Y'all laughed. Remember, you would beat Eminem. Ah! You guys thought I was joking. You guys thought it was like I was kidding. I'm like, you really don't know what I know. I'm like, I know him. That's a difference. I know stuff that he don't know that I know, and that's dangerous. That's how you take people down. I told you, lyrically, Eminem would slay me. If this was about rhymes and rhyme patterns, Eminem would destroy me in that. He's really good in that lane. I would have to really be on my game for that to happen. But if it's a battle and it ain't about no rhyme patterns and nothing like that, it's about going over the top on another person, I got too many factual things that he would have to respond back to. He wouldn't have survived. He wouldn't have been able to do that right on the spot. He'd have had to be like, whoa, I don't know nothing about that guy. He knows everything about me. I don't feel good here. I can't battle this guy. He would lose. I'd have brought all factual things up. I ain't Papa Doc. There ain't no clock. You would have lost that battle and got shot. I'm telling you, it would have went something similar to that, because that would have been factual. Been factual. That would have been factual, because everybody who was black who saw 8 Mile expected Eminem to get shot at the end. They were like, oh, he finna get popped. He just gonna walk down the alley in Detroit and Papa Doc and them ain't do nothing? See, that's what I'm saying. I know what relates to us as people as what happened when we saw that. So I would have definitely put that right in the rhyme. I'm like, you would have lost that battle and got shot. At the end, everybody black thought Eminem should have been shot at the end after the battle for his authenticity. But they let him walk away, throw the peace sign up. And there was so many racial overtones and exaggerations in the film That made 8 Mile like one of the most racist movies I've seen in a long time. You guys didn't see a lot of those racial overtones? I told y'all about it before. But in case you're new here and didn't get it, there's a lot of racial overtones in there that depict us in a bad light. And make everybody in there who was white seems great. In that movie, no one had a life unless they followed Eminem around. Then when Cheddar Bob gets shot, who was the only other white guy in the crew, everybody go to check on him when he get out of the hospital. And then the only person he speaks to in the end, who comes and breaks in through the back of his house, is Eminem. And he speaks to him, but he was like, I don't want to see the other guys. I don't want them making fun of me. You get what I'm saying, though, right? And it's just like white guy to white guy conversation. They're like, yeah, we get it. I know how those Negroes can be. I'm like, oh, wow. I'm like, they just really laying the racial overtones in thick. Go back and watch 8 Mile, and you'll see it. You missed it. Believe me, you missed it. I didn't miss none of them. There's a lot of them in that movie that make us look bad. Oh, ain't no reaching. That actually happened. It's a lot of racial overtones in 8 Mile. It's almost comical. The way they act like when Eminem rhyme it was like he was saving the world or something. Come on, man. You could do it, man. Spit that. Come on. Spit it, man. You could do it. Come on. Come on, man. You got it. Come on. You got this, man. Come on, man. Say it, man. Say these words. Like he's the only white guy in the history of the world to rap. It was so comical. I mean, believe me. It's so comical. And I mean, they act like he was saying something so groundbreaking every time. These tones are just ridiculous. I star a scale and I go over the game with a bob and a grill. When the moms and the Mazatov and the bobbing him and they're cutting his head off and the bobbing him and Osama, Obama, Alama and the Dalai Lama. I'm like, yes, see, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. See, told you, boy. My boy ill. Oh man. Nah. M got flow though. That's the thing. He's nice. He's got flow and delivery. Don't get me wrong. But he's not close to being the greatest of all times and all of this stuff. So when I see people portray him, it's like people play Eminem out here. They don't even know why they play Eminem. I'm like, why this song is good to you? Some of the music he makes is just absolute terrible. And I mean, they just play it because it's Eminem, but I'm like, are you listening to this song? No, what Eminem lacks, and this is an honest assessment of Eminem, and it's what he always lacks: structure. See, I'm going to give you guys the truth. Eminem is not creative. A lot of you might believe it, but he is not a creative artist. Yeah, I'm in the middle of cleaning up. But he's not a creative artist. You guys might believe he is. But his creativity feeds off of the people around him. They don't give credit to the people in his crew who were creative. The conniver and the con artists are two of the most creative people in D12. They came up with a lot of the concepts that Eminem used throughout his albums and the D12 album. The song My Band, the whole having the band battle against Eminem, all the members like they're a rap band. My band, baby. That kind of creativity that they came up with, that whole convo, and like, man, we gonna approach him and tell him, and Eminem's acting all super bougie. They came up with the concept. Conniver and con artists, they did that. They came up with all of these creativities that you see that they don't get credit for. And what did he do? He cashed them out and brought in a whole new bunch of brothers. And that's why he can't be compared to when you mention the greatest rappers of all time, you're thinking of KRS-One, Q, Nas, they'll say Tupac, Biggie. You hear some people say Jay-Z. And I'm not saying this is my list. I'm just giving you names that people would put at the top. And then let's say some people would say Eminem. Now, look at all those people in the list. Eminem wouldn't be, even LL Cool J. Eminem wouldn't even be anywhere in that category to beat any of them. You know why? He does not have substance. He can't. He does not know how to rap with substance. Everything is all over the place, battle rap type structure. Think about it. Eminem's only structured song that you really know of that showed creativity that you guys can relate to was Stan. But let's look at his first album. What was his first album about? Killing my mom, putting my baby mom in the trunk, pills. None of this relates to us as black folks. We were not into this at all. That's out. Second album. What is it about? Putting my baby mama in the trunk, killing my mom. I love my daughter. Pills, homosexuals. No substance. So are you getting it now? Are you getting it now? So you see, I'm not hating on Eminem. I'm telling you the truth. Superman is a ripoff from D12's song. They actually put that song out a year ago called Pimp Like Me. Eminem took the same beat that they just did, Pimp Like Me. You just my hoe, dirty ass. Oh, I'm your pit. You my bitch. Go get me my dough. Get me my dough, dirty ass. Oh, I'm your pit. You my same song. It's on the D12 first album. It's called Pimp Like Me. Matter of fact, when this is over, go play Pimp Like Me, then play Superman right behind it, and you're gonna go, it's the same song. Eminem did the hook too. So they just duped you. But you don't know any better because you ain't heard it. Nobody really heard the D12 album. They only care about Slim. So you heard Superman. I'm biased. I'm not biased. I liked Eminem. I bought Eminem albums into the first 2 or 3. And then like the fourth, after Encore, I was out. I'm like, whack. I just woke up. I was out. The Eminem show is like one of the ones that he showed some substance. Like he showed some growth. A lot of you didn't even know what the album theme was about. The whole album theme was about him adjusting to life, being rich now. See, the second album, he wasn't really rich. He got rich off of the second album. First album got him some money coming in, so he's paying the bills. The second album is when he got rich. So the third album, Eminem Show, is how his life has changed now because he's rich. And it's like it's a show now. His whole life is a show. And now his life, he's got to feel isolated from the rest of the world. And he's used to just walking around, just going to get something to eat with his daughter. He can't do all these things now. And all he ever was rapping for was so they could have a better life. Now he's into this life he didn't want to have. And that's the price that comes along with the fame. He don't want the fame. He just want the money. So the whole Eminem Show is the theme, based off that. You guys missed it. But I didn't, because I look for substance. So that's the album I go to the most to hear all the fallout from everything. Say Goodbye to Hollywood. Say goodbye to Hollywood. That's actually another song by another group that I don't know if Eminem paid for the song or whatever, but I heard it on the demo tape. It's saying Say Goodbye to Her for Good. That was the name. Some indie rappers. Say goodbye to her for good. Say goodbye. It was a love song. I remember that. So when Eminem did the hook, it sounded so familiar to me because I know I heard this song. Say goodbye to Hollywood. Say goodbye to Hollywood. And I said, this sounds very familiar. Because I heard this, but it was an indie tape. It wasn't out in the mainstream. So it's very easy to take something and make something disappear. Like LL Cool J, Who Do You Love? The Lounging remix. Now, the original song has a video with a whole nother artist. Who do you love? I want to love with you. I do what I gotta do. Who do you love? So now that because of the internet, we could see that. But back then, nobody really knew that. Bernard Wright, that's right. Bernard Wright. Who do you love? Who do you love? I want to love with you. The same beat, everything. Drake is all about substance. What is you talking about, CT? Drake is all about substance. That's why he stays. Are you kidding? Drake music is all substance. He rapped about his entire life. Everything that's going on is all based off a subject. God. That guy is giving you creativity, different levels. He will even sing the hooks. Come on, man. No, what he's doing is crushing Eminem. Eminem's gonna try to act like this has never existed. And that's the only play he has. He can't respond. If Eminem responds, he's in trouble. Seriously, he's in trouble. Oh, yeah. Don't forget, man. Hit the Cash App up. I've been crushing it today for y'all. I have no idea what video name that is. That probably was some years ago. Something. Oh yeah, it's Carcino is the name on the Cash App for those who are new here. Karceno. Oh, there it is. Somebody done put some Cash App in there. All right, Buddha. I see you. Eminem, you're fired. Yeah, those tapes was gonna come back to bite Eminem. And those idiots sold it for like $5,000. They had Eminem saying those things and sold that tape for $5,000. Jimmy and them should have bought them tapes and destroyed them tapes years ago. They let the source get their hands on them tapes. Boy, what was they thinking? I mean, that's the thing. Lord Jamal knows this. They've already stated this. Other people have stated this. You know, he made a song apologizing on the Encore album. He made a song apologizing for saying those words about black women and was like, I'm sorry. I know I called y'all the B word. I'm sorry. I don't know the name of that song. I don't know if that's the song with 50 Cent on it or whatever, him and Nate Dogg. Oh, yeah, I know. It's like Trump. He pulled a Trump. You apologize when you get caught. You do a good deed once you get caught. I'm going to release that money to Ukraine because I got caught. Yellow Brick Road is the name of it? Okay. Yellow Brick Road. Okay. He went down 8 Mile Road down the Yellow Brick Road. I called black women a word I shouldn't have used, and I said a word to describe them because he used the N word too. And I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart, y'all. I'm sorry. So, He apologized. But people didn't even know what he was talking about because they had never heard it. They went to court to block them actually releasing the record. The Source magazine was going to release this record that had the song in full that they just paid $5,000 for. And they were going to release it to the world. They went to court to block it. And even though they legally had the right to distribute this record in the song, the court said the Source magazine only could play 12 seconds of the song. What kind of a... It was the most corrupt decision in the history of mankind. People don't even know all this had went down. They told the Source magazine they could play like 12 seconds of the diss record. So Benzino put the snippets out anyway. He said, okay, anybody who buy the magazine will get the 12-second snippet of the Eminem racist tape. That's all it was called. Man. And that's all people needed to hear was 12 seconds. And those 12 seconds, it was up. And it cost Benzino his magazine. It cost him everything. He lost it all. That one line Ja Rule said cost Ja Rule his whole career. Your mama's a crackhead, and Jim's a no slut, so what hell he gonna be when she grows up? That was the end of Ja Rule's career, right then and there. Soon as he said that line. So Nick ain't battling Eminem. You battling Jimmy and Paul. That's who you battling. You battling Jimmy and Paul. Now I know they're a little preoccupied right now with doing some other things, but when they see him being messed with to a point where they be like, okay, this was some fun thing that was just going around. Now I see like we got to really get involved here. So we gonna see how it plays out. Are we finally finna get 100 likes? We had to go 30 minutes to get 100 likes. Oh, we made it. That's it. Mama, we made it. We got 100 likes. I was gonna say all these people are bots, but they're not bots. They're real people, Bob. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Willie. Thank you. We made it. D12 ain't vanished. They actually doing their thing. Did you see one of them step up? No, you see Obie Trice. Why? Because he just got out of jail. So you come out with 2 diss songs on Nick. I'm like, dude, you ain't even on Shady Records no more. Eminem gave up on you. You think Eminem finna cut you a check? He probably sent his diss record over to Eminem too. Look, I battled him for you. You ain't got to do nothing, man. I got you. Hey, man, you think I can get get $100, man? Just 100. Let me get a Hondo right quick. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about the track. I got the track for you. So let me get a Hondo. I just got out. Had to put mama house up, but gotta do what you gotta do, right? But I'm still riding. I know y'all dropped me off the label, about 10 years ago, but I'm still riding. Eminem is from Kansas City, Missouri. Missouri boy. Yeah, I mean, what you expect? Obi's broke, man. He trying to do what he can. But if you look at Canava, you look at Swifty, and you go on their Instagram page, what do you see? You see them hugging, saying happy birthday to my wife. They with their wives, they living beautiful lives and enjoying themselves as men, moving forward, handling their business as men. They ain't being involved in no nonsense, but here's the real. How do I support D12 and their projects, your members, that with your crew, your guys, I show them more support than you do? You put a song out, a record out, talking about some D12 is over. It's like D12 was over for years ago. What you sorry about it now? I probably should have handled it differently. I should have did it like a man and talked to y'all personally. Why didn't you? I mean, you only got our D12 tattooed on your arms. So obviously it must have meant something at one point, right? I ain't gonna say he didn't do anything for them. I'm not gonna say that. He gave them an opportunity and gave them a lane where they all made money, but he benefited off that as well. But my thing is, they were like a family. And he showed that they weren't. As he ascended, it became just like the video, My Band. And I mean, how much does it take for you to retweet your homeboys? They putting out their own solo projects, not off the strength of you. But you could say, hey, man, go support, don't support my guy Canava from D12. Put it up on your Instagram or Facebook. Why you can't do that? You got 30 million subscribers. It don't cost you a dime to do that. People had to get on him because he wasn't even supporting his own Shady Records people. Joe Budden had to put him out. He was like, this dude won't even tweet Slaughterhouse, the group he's in. See, this wasn't making sense to Joe Budden. And see, Joe had a platform to talk about it. D12, they didn't have a platform to really talk about it. Joe brought all this to the forefront. I am not mesmerized here. What's going on? Why we can't never get this guy in the room? Well, he's a megastar. Yeah, I know you keep saying that, but if he's in the group, at some point, Michael Jackson did show up and rehearse with the doggone rest of the Jackson 5. So they don't have a problem with him being Michael Jackson. It's like, okay, well, you need to be here for the rest of the Jackson 5. We got a show to do. Of course he's a user. That's why Nick said it on the song. You treat your guys like indentured servants. Exactly. Then you see the doggone BET Cypher. He got all these black dudes in hoodies around him. And he's standing there with his black hoodie on in the middle rapping. Like, okay. Okay, we get it, M. He been apologized for being racist. Sorry, everybody, I'm racist. How do you do that? Hey, he apologized for being a racist already. Sorry, I'm a racist. You know what I mean? You know, I came up a certain way. That was just the way it was in the house. My bad. Yeah, I'll try to get it fixed. Yeah, that's my fault. That was on me. Yeah, I said the N-word. Yeah, I disrespected them. Yeah, my bad. Oh, man. Y'all are something else. But let me end this confusion for y'all. Do I feel Eminem is a racist? No. Don't believe or don't feel that Eminem is a racist. Do I believe that in his mind he feels that there's a certain way where he should be and where everyone else should be? A little bit. I don't think he cares about the black people as much as he pretends to. I do believe that. My thing is, stop being fake. We don't need you to love us. We were doing just fine without you. The thing is, Eminem grew up in an area where it was predominantly no blacks. Moved into a trailer park where there were basically no blacks. Went to school where there were blacks and whites. And when he went there, he saw that most of the black folks didn't like most of the white folks and vice versa. And he gravitated to the people that looked more like him growing up. And of course, they like hip hop and rap and all the stuff, the NWA, the Cool J. They loved all those things as kids growing up, just like the black folks. They loved the music too. They just didn't really blend well. Then it's always the one black guy that lives over there that you know and be part of your crew. And that was Proof. You know, Proof took a liking to the kid because the kid could rap. Very antisocial. Didn't really blend well with everybody else, but he could rap. So Proof would push Eminem to get into things. And come on, man, you could rap and kind of brought him around other guys. And that's how he began to meet everyone and be cool with everybody. So that's why Proof is mostly responsible for his career, because Eminem would never be where he is now if Proof didn't push him to be where he is. So when M was first rapping, he was rapping with this all-white group. So that's why it would led to the racist tape. He didn't have any black friends around him at that time. So, the way people look at it now, they think he grew up in Detroit with D12s and went to school together. And, that wasn't the case. Before there was D12, he was rapping with the Outsiders. Yeah, the skill came later. He learned the skill from Pace One. See, skills, like they say, steel sharpens steel. Skill sharpens skill. Eminem that you hear now wasn't the Eminem you heard back then. He was whack. He had to get better. And when he was around people like Raw Digger, Pace One, all the New Jersey flow, listening to Esham and all the shock rap that they were doing, he found the lane. He found the avenue that he could go down and start just making shock rap. And that was like the Detroit culture, that was the Redman culture. Redman was like really one of the first shock rappers. Him and Esham in New Jersey, that was their thing. But Redman popularized shock rap. No problem. So that's why Rod Digger never dissed Eminem, because he was like part of the crew. Then he made an apology song for them too, because he did OZ and all those guys. He just left them out there to dry, and it's a sad. OZ got a sad song out there. He like, man, I was supposed to be on tour with you or something. You ain't even put me on an album, like put me on a song or nothing. I'm out here selling weed. I shouldn't have to do this. And then that's how Eminem communicates. He just make a song. He made a song for the Outsiders. He made a song for D12. He'll make a song for Nick. I'm sorry, Nick, for all those Mariah disses. I'm sorry. That'll be coming next. Oh, Eminem ain't don't say nothing to no T Grizzly. Can M win against Nick Cannon? No. He's already lost. Yep. So when y'all hit the Cash App up and put the donations in the Cash App to your boy Carcino, Karceno, y'all gonna get some more, because I got a lot more coming. A lot of more. We ain't even scratched the surface. I ain't tell you about what Sean Price was finna do to your boy Eminem. You gonna want to know about that.